Good morning this Monday, the 11th of September. I'm Grady Wolf, market analyst with Bell Direct. Equities rose in the US on Friday but recorded a losing week across the key indices as investor fears of further rate hikes out of the Fed strengthened on the back of weaker than expected initial jobless claims data released earlier last week. The Nasdaq and S&P500 posted their first weekly losses in 3 weeks, losing 1.9% and 1.3% respectively, while the Dow Jones fell 0.8% over the week. Shares in e-signature company DocuSign fell 3.7% on Friday, despite the company posting earnings that topped expectations and produced strong guidance for the third quarter. Over in Europe, markets closed slightly higher on Friday as investor sentiment in the region is sliding on renewed inflationary concerns in the US, alongside weak Chinese economic data and stronger government bond yields. The Stoxx 600 rose 0.22% on Friday, Germany's DAX added 0.14%, the French CAC lifted 0.62%, and in the UK, the FTSE 100 rose 0.49%. The rally on Friday was also due in part to the release of final eurozone figures for economic growth, showing the economy grew 0.1% in the second quarter, which was lower than the 0.3% growth economists were expecting, in a sign interest rates are having an impact in the region. Locally on Friday, the ASX 200 fell 0.2%, weighed down by materials and consumer discretionary stocks being sold off, while some of the losses were offset by strength in the utilities sector. For the week, the ASX 200 fell 1.67%, with every sector closing in the red aside from energy stocks, which was boosted by the price of oil rising on the back of output cuts from Russia and Saudi Arabia. PolyNovo led the winning stocks on Friday, with the healthcare company adding over 3%, while Lake Resources and PEXA each jumped 2.7% and 2.57% respectively. Sayona Mining tumbled 4.55% on Friday, despite the lithium miner announcing it has reached a major milestone of shipping the first lithium oxide concentrate and generating maiden cash proceeds from its North American lithium operation in Quebec. On the commodities front this morning, oil has retreated to trade 0.52% lower at $87.05 a barrel. Gold is flat at $1,919 an ounce, and iron ore is down 0.85% at $116.5 a tonne. Ahead of the local trading session here in Australia, the SPI futures are suggesting the ASX will open 0.06% higher to start the new trading week slightly in the green. One Aussie dollar is buying 64 US cents, 93.95 Japanese yen, 51.25 British pence, and 1 New Zealand dollar and 8 cents. Stocks trading ex-dividend today include Chorus, CSL, Hub24, Terracom and Pepper Money. If you've been thinking about these stocks, it might be worth considering buying in today, as stocks trading ex-dividend generally trade lower on the ex-dividend date. Now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration today. Bell Potter has decreased the price target on AMA Group from 26 cents per share to 15 cents per share and maintain a buy rating on the leading accident repair group in Australia, following the release of the company's FY23 results, including revenue falling slightly below Bell Potter's expectation of at $869.6 million. FY24 guidance was reiterated, and the company also announced a $55 million capital raise. And Trading Central has identified a bearish signal on Reece following the formation of a pattern over a period of 24 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may fall from the close of $19.24 to the range of $17.70 to $18, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for today. Have a wonderful Monday, and as always, happy investing.